All right, well, this is Aaron Squire coming to you guys again. We've got Gen Con 2016. This time I've got Dan.
Hello.
Coming to you guys, and we've got a couple of things to talk about with Dan, but first of all, let me just say it's been a great experience here again this year. How's your experience been at Gen Con this year?
Gen Con is always a blast. I think this is like, well, I've been here quite a few years in a row. I think as soon as Gen Con after they moved out of Wisconsin down here,
right.
I think I've been here every single year since then.
Yeah. It's so funny trying to explain that to people. Like, why is it called Gen Con, you know?
Yeah.
It's so funny. And for people that don't know, it's because it was originally very close to Lake Geneva. Just, you know, little trivia there. But let's go ahead and move on to the questions. So with the set rotation and Hex moving into its very first Eternal format, could we see the return of Titania's Majesty?
I'm going to give a short answer and a long answer. Short answer, possibly.
Okay.
I could go as far as say for Eternal,
right.
almost certainly yes. We're going to allow just more stuff to be going on inside of that format. Just let the players kind of explore whatever is there. There's also been when we were talking about doing the gem rotation in
right.
house. That was the first thing that came to mind for me was that is it realistic to actually unban Titania's Majesty inside of Standard?
Right.
So even that is something that was up for consideration.
Right. If it fixes the gems, right?
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately the problem with the card is that when that card exists inside of the format, a lot of the other cards in the future now need to be restrained to keep in mind that card exists, and when that is the case, it makes it more limiting towards a lot of the designs that we can do. We can't do any designs that are manipulating the top card of your deck either, so it's not necessarily the healthiest card, so we probably won't be seeing it again in Standard, but potentially for Eternal.
Right. Great. So Irish Batusi, one of my longtime followers, probably my number one guy. He's always there for me, so I'm glad to ask you this question. Says, do you have any plans to update the arena decks? And his follow-up, have you thought of adding a new hero to the arena that shows off each set's new keywords?
Those are great questions. Yes, we are doing that.
Wow, okay. Simple question, simple answer, right?
I'm not positive if I'm necessarily supposed to announce that, but yes, we are. That's something we've talked about for a long time, and we do want to make updates to that so that there is still other things going on inside the arena and kind of switch it up.
Right.
Having things feature new set, like cards from the new set, new mechanics, new champions, that's all stuff that we've talked about and we do want to do.
Right. Yeah, and it'll probably be in the later tiers because, you know, the first tier is pretty good for the new players or something like that. Yeah.
It's kind of less of a priority than a lot of the other features that we have. So it's something that we have on the back plate where we know that it's something that's we've already done some amount of work on it as well. So.
All right. Final question here, Dan. What's your favorite memory from this Gen Con this year? Like, what really stood out to you? I know, kind of. It's hard, I know.
No, I know exactly what it is. I mean, it's not necessarily exactly one memory, but like for what we do, we're sitting behind computers and plugging stuff in and talking amongst ourselves and having discussions. And once it gets sent out, it's kind of like, okay, that's it. And there's not a whole lot of like emotional feelings coming back from like, oh, okay, yeah, we did a super great job.
Right.
When we come and we get to talk with the players and see like
how they really feel. And get to put a face to it, right?
Yeah. And yesterday, hearing a couple people just talk to me and tell me how they were feeling about the game, it was very uplifting.
That gives you that energy, right?
Yeah, that's Gen Con is always a big boost for like our just general morale. Yeah.
Just
hearing how much players love it, and that they feel like we're doing a good job. It's really important to hear that stuff. And we really appreciate it.
And I kind of know like somewhat of what you're going through, because like as someone that's like building my own game, like it's starting to get to a place where I'm like, is this good? Are people gonna like this? I don't even know. What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, that's design unit. There's no like, yes, this is correct, this is incorrect. It's a gray area. We have to try to make the best decision.
Yeah.
And we never necessarily know if it is correct. So.
Right. Absolutely. Well, those are some great answers. We got some awesome information from Dan. I want to thank you again for doing this interview.
Thank you very much for having me on, Charles.
Yeah. And until next time, it's Darren Squire signing off, saying God bless your families. Try not to rage too much out there.
Bye-bye.